right, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. We got the man out of Western Michigan University. Shout out to the MAC. His third year in the NFL. Starting linebacker of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Without further ado, the playmaker himself, Mr. Robert Spillane. Robert, man, how you doing, man?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you guys for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. My family is big fans of you guys, so thank you.
Man, major respect, man. We appreciate you, and man, you already know it's all love, baby. Yes, indeed. So just talk a little bit, man. How have you been handling this opportunity, man? I mean, you go from, not getting these opportunities to now you're the starting inside linebacker of the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. What's it been like for you?
It's really been a fun opportunity to go out there and play defense, but more than anything, I think it's been an opportunity to show people that I can play this game at a high level. Mm-hmm. And I love this game, and I play this game with passion for my teammates. And I just thrive off of them. So I thank them for trusting me with this opportunity.
Nah, I like that, man. And trust me, we've talked to a couple of the guys as well, especially on defense, and they all rave about you, man, between your work ethic, your preparation, your playmaking ability, man. So they believe in you as well, man. So that's an awesome thing to see. Now, when we're just talking about also like watching you on tape with your extended role, I mean, dude, not only are you starting on defense, but you're still playing special teams as well. So what has that been like for you, man?
I love special teams, and special teams is what ultimately gave me an opportunity to play linebacker in this league. Danny Smith does a great job of getting me off the field. So now I'm only on punt, and punt is that thing that you can't be lacking in. Anytime you punt the ball, it's a critical play, and we understand that, and I understand that. So I'm more than happy to go out there and protect and then cover for the punt unit. And that's been great so far.
Now, is Danny Smith still chewing like 30 pieces of bubble gum on practice?
Of course he is. Of course, Danny Smith. Same dude as always. Hey. He probably has the same meetings that he did 30 years ago.
Saying
He's
the same
on point
old
with
jokes,
stuff.
Man.
Yeah.
That's funny, man.
Now, the Derrick Henry tackle at the goal line kind of broke the internet a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Now, how much text or how much just fanfare did you receive after that hit? Like, did you have someone hit you up that you wouldn't have expected? Like, what type of, volume of text and things that were said to you were coming in?
Of course, the family was excited. They were big time juiced up in Chicago, and it was fun. They have videos of them just going wild, absolutely crazy. But it's always fun to after a game to see that. But like I said, a lot of people reached out through social media and text and all of that. But what was one of my favorite things is that Randy Moss on Monday Night Football said that he was a fan and he was cheering for me. So anytime you get, one of your favorite players growing up, a gold jacket guy, probably the best receiver of all time, to say that about you, it's just that respect is real, and I'll always remember that moment.
That's awesome. How was the shoulder after that play? Was that the hardest hit you've taken?
It was just for a play or two. It happens to guys, so it's just one of those things.
Which highlight have you looked up the most between that one or the Lamar Jackson pick six?
I love hitting Derrick Henry in the hole, and there's really no better feeling for a linebacker than to win that matchup successfully. But I also think it was important to show people that I can cover in space.
Absolutely.
And I can play his own coverage. So it was a little bit of mix, and I think it was important to come back and show people that I can cover. One of my favorite plays personally on the year is the third down against the Ravens, where I was able to get a PBU. Maybe it's not a big play in the stat books, but just that and showing that I can be comfortable in coverage, man-to-man or zone. So
absolutely.
Like them all.
And I'll say this too, man. Watching you on tape, you can see just how smart you are in coverage as well, using your leverage, staying square when you're supposed to, man, zone eyes versus man eyes. I mean, you're very fundamental. And to me, that's one of the things I'm so impressed with when I watch you. It's just like, dude, you make sure, even though you're making big plays, you're still very technically sound. And I think that's the mark of one of the best things you can have as a linebacker.
Well, I really appreciate the kind words. And, I pride myself on understanding the role of the defense and where I am. And when you realize the bigger picture of the schemes that we're doing and the way that we're playing defense, I don't have to cover a receiver anywhere he goes on the field. I have to understand my role in the defense. And like Coach Tomlin always says, don't get beat to your leverage. Don't get beat to your leverage. And then be competitive away from your leverage. And I think as a whole secondary, we've been able to do that for the most part throughout the season. So it's really good to see.
Absolutely, man. So knowing your grandfather's legacy, man, being a Heisman Trophy winner, just talk about, man, how big of a deal was it for you to make it to the NFL and ultimately be successful?
It was always something that I wanted deep down inside. And when I was growing up, you fill out those sheets. What do you want to be when you're older? An NFL player, an NFL player. What do you dress for as a Halloween costume from first grade to when you stop dressing up, a football player every single year. So it's something that's always been on my mind. And, you never think in college, oh, I'm going to be an NFL player, or high school even, that I'm going to be a college player. You just go day by day, enjoying the process. And good things have happened so far, so I'm just going to continue on what I've been doing.
I love that, man.
Was there any plan B at all? I know you said you're taking it day by day, but what's something maybe you would be doing if you weren't an NFL player? Is there something that you were thinking about then?
I try not to, honestly. And actually, when Coach Fleck presented me that question in college, most kids on the team had, I want to be a businessman. And I always said that, this is my option and this is what I'm going for.
I love it.
And that's like what I've been putting my mind to. I went to college to play football in a sense. And I love this game and what it's taught me, and the people that I get to be around and work with on a daily basis are special people. So I really appreciate everything about it.
No, that's dope right there, man.
Which was the most frequent Halloween costume? What NFL player?
Honestly, usually it was a jersey that I was wearing for that season. So, I'm not even lying to you. I usually dress up as myself almost, because we didn't have a lot of NFL jerseys, so I wore the jersey that I had.
Oh man, I love it. That's awesome right there.
Yeah.
I'm Robert Spillane this year for Halloween.
Yeah.
Yep. This is 13-year-old Robert Spillane. Last year I was 12-year-old. Man. Yeah. So talking about a little bit, of you at Western Michigan, man, just take us back to how you even ended up there. Just through your recruitment process and things like that, man.
After junior year, I was just starting to get recruited, starting to get letters, a little interest here and there. And Coach Fleck and Coach McGargle at Western Michigan, the linebacker coach there, invited me to come out there for a day. And they had a bunch of kids there. And while I was there, I was awarded my first scholarship to Coach Fleck. And it was a long day. We toured everything. There's probably 50 kids there, and he was offering a few of them scholarships. So he offered me a scholarship in his office, and he said, I want you to be my first commit to row the boat. And no one ever showed that type of belief in me as a player the way that he did. And I respected him, and I wanted to be a part of that opportunity at Western Michigan. So I committed to him that night and pretty much closed down my recruitment process from there on out.
Dang, that's tight though, man. And you hit it on the head, man. When you find that place where they love you, yeah, man. Why waste any more time? So I can respect that a lot.
I'm 2.5 hours away from home in Chicago, and that was always a big thing to me, to have family.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of 5. My dad's one of 11. My mom's one of 8, and I have 50 first cousins in Chicago. So they were able to make a lot of trips out to Kalamazoo, and it was a fun 4 years there, I must say.
All right. There we go. Big support base right there, man. So
big family.
So this Sunday, man, you got the Jacksonville Jaguars, right? And
Yeah.
we understand what James Robinson has been able to do, their running back as well. So just talk a little bit about how you plan to stop him, and more importantly, what y'all have to do as a defense to be successful on Sunday.
You know, overall, James Robinson, after watching him play and his tapes from this year, they speak for himself. He runs angry like an undrafted running back you would expect, but he also has a lot of skills and talents. And getting off blocks, his contact balance, getting off would-be tacklers. So you know that it's going to take 11 people to bring this dude down, and we're focused and committed to playing good run defense, you know, making tackles when they present themselves and being good against blockers. So I think if we do that as a whole, as a front seven especially, with that, good things will happen. Force them to get into third and long with their rookie quarterback is a plan for success.
Absolutely.
Now, what's this story I'm reading online about you swimming with sharks out in the Bahamas?
What?
Could
you break down?
Swim with the sharks?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Well, my thing is, any chance that you get to swim with sharks, do not pass it up, because it's a special thing. I mean, I love swimming in the ocean or shark tanks. Either way, it's something that I hope to do again soon. One of these off seasons, maybe go cage diving with some great whites.
Well, hold on. I was going to ask. So we're swimming with the sharks. How does that work? Were you not in a cage, or were you in a cage?
No, we were just, you know, being stupid college kids. We were at the Popeyes Bahamas Bowl down in Atlanta. So there's shark tanks everywhere on the property, pretty much, and there was one, you know, that was walking distance. You could kind of walk into it, and I kind of fell in there, you could say, by accident. And just was able to swim around the tank for a little bit.
Wow. The legend of Robert Spillane continues to grow. Let's go.
Did you have any interactions with the shark? Like, what is going on when you're in the tank?
You're just so calm about it, too. You know, I just kind of fell in there, just swam around, and got on out. What?
Well, earlier that day, I always wanted to swim with sharks, but earlier that day I saw people cleaning out the tanks, so I felt relatively safe going in there. And, you know, I have friends from college, they're videotaping this thing, and they're like, "Oh my God, Spillane's going in with the shark." So it's actually pretty funny.
I like it.
Why sharks? Do you have a fascination with sharks?
No, I just have a fascination with, you know, being out in nature, and I do enjoy sharks particularly. So,
is there anything else on your list now in terms of adventure? Something on the bucket list?
Yeah, maybe go skydiving with my sister.
Okay.
She's been trying to get me to go for a while, so hopefully do that and stop, you know, coming up with reasons not to do it.
Well, can you wait till after the season? I just, you know what I mean?
Oh, of course. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure that's part of the contract.
I was like, hey, just don't do that just yet. You can do it in March. Yeah, wait till March and April time frame, baby. That is funny, man.
You know.
So, Robert, we got two more questions for you, man. The first one, though, just talk about the best player that you've played against so far, man.
Oh, that's a hard question to go up against. I mean, there's different blockers, runners.
Absolutely.
And, you know, personally, it's going to be a weird answer to a lot of people, but one of the toughest people I've ever had to tackle was Kareem Hunt. And, you know, that's from going up against him at Toledo. At Western, I know what type of player he is.
I didn't even think about the connection right there. Yeah.
And so I know what type of player he is, and just to think that he's a backup with Nick Chubb, two starting running backs on that team, you know, they have a lot of talent. So I respect that guy, and, you know, I'm excited to get to go up against other great players. You know, James Robinson is going to be a big challenge, so excited for him this weekend.
I like that. Now, last question we have before we let you go, man. Talk about your welcome to the NFL moment.
Do you really want my welcome to the NFL moment?
Oh, yeah. That's the one right there. That's the one I want. That one.
Well, I think it was kind of set up, but so I'm with Tennessee on practice squad for the first 8 weeks, and I get welcomed into the NFL on my first punt of my career. First play ever, a snap with defensive stay from the Baltimore Ravens. First game I ever play in, and they rush like no other, and I get a double team from, I want to say it was 99 and 90 from 2 years ago, and they actually said, "Welcome to the NFL," type of thing. And they were kind of burying me into the ground on the first play. So that's how it started, but it's going better now.
Absolutely. Trust me, we all go through it, baby. We all go through it. Well, Robert, man, we definitely appreciate you again, man. You were a blast. Wish you nothing but the best going forward, man. So just stay safe and keep being great, all right?
Hey, I appreciate you guys both for having me on. Have a good one.
No doubt, man. Yep, appreciate it.
This segment was brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbooking app. And we know sportsbooking is not allowed everywhere. So if you happen to be living in a state where it's not allowed, we got an alternative. Has anyone ever heard of fantasy football?
It's kind of popular.
It's a thing, right? And I heard of DraftKings. Well, you heard of DraftKings, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if I told you that DraftKings combined, and they have a fantasy football app as well, where not only is this app awesome, but they're giving out up to $1 million worth of prizes every week. Did you hear that right? $1 million worth of prizes every week. That's what DraftKings fantasy football app is doing. And to add to that, did I tell you about that promo code?
It has something to do with your name?
Oh, yeah, that promo code. Yes, man. If you use promo code Moats for all the first-time users out there, you will receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. So, with that being said, I mean, what are they waiting on?
Not sure.
Go download the app, use the promo code, and let's get that money. Or at least an opportunity.